Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're unpacking how one academic medical center, an AMC, tackled a really tricky bottleneck in their operations.
Yeah, specifically getting critical data into their cardiac registries.
Right. These registries, they're basically vital databases,
Yeah,
tracking patient care and outcomes for heart stuff.
exactly. So our mission today is really to understand how they used, well, technology and some process changes to get some pretty massive improvements.
Improvements in efficiency and data quality, which is key.
Absolutely. And, for anyone listening who's wondering how you can actually leverage innovation to streamline healthcare and get, well, better, more reliable data, this is a really fascinating case study.
Okay, so let's set the scene first. Before the solution, what was the actual problem they were up against?
Well, even before the pandemic hit, this AMC already had 9 clinicians, basically dedicated full-time to manually abstracting data for these cardiac registries.
9 people. That
Uh,
sounds like a lot.
it is. And apparently it was a very fragmented process. And, well, they were already struggling to keep up. They had backlogs.
Okay, fragmented, struggling, and then the pandemic.
Right. And the sudden shift to remote work, it just amplified all those existing challenges.
Yeah.
Trying to manage this complex data stuff remotely, it just added a whole new layer of difficulty.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so things are tough. Where's the turning point?
It actually came from the AMC's chief of cardiology attending a conference, the American College of Cardiology conference specifically.
Huh. Shows the value of getting out there, seeing what's new.
Definitely. So at that conference, they got introduced to a company called Carta Healthcare.
Carta Healthcare. Okay, what's their angle?
Their whole philosophy, their core belief is that good data, high quality data, is absolutely essential if you want to improve patient care. Everything they build is kind of centered around that.
Makes sense. And their key tech involves AI, right? Artificial intelligence for the data abstraction part.
Yeah, that's a big piece. But, and this is important, it's not just AI running wild. Ah, okay.
They use what they call a human-in-the-loop approach.
Human in the loop. So what does that actually mean in practice? Is it like AI does some, humans do the rest?
Pretty much. It actually quite clever. The AI, often using things like natural language processing to read notes and records,
Yeah.
it does the initial heavy lifting, pulling out the relevant data points.
Okay, the first pass.
Exactly. But then experienced human instructors, people who really know this stuff, they review everything the AI did.
Quality control.
Quality control, validation.
Yeah.
They catch nuances the AI might miss, complete fields that need, more judgment. It's a blend. AI's power, human expertise.
Right, that makes a lot of sense. So the AMC sees this, sees Carter, and thinks, okay, maybe this could fix our backlog and efficiency mess.
Precisely. They crunched the numbers, did a return on investment analysis.
Always important.
Oh, yeah. And it looked like there was real potential. Better data, faster work, and maybe even cost savings. So they decided to partner up.
And the results. Did the gamble pay off? Pay off. It was pretty dramatic, actually. Let's talk numbers. They saw a 50% reduction in their data abstraction costs.
50%.
Yeah, half the cost. Think about fewer manual hours, fewer errors needing fixing later. It adds up.
Huge. And what about handling the workload?
Get this. They were actually able to add more cardiac registries into their workflow without hiring any new staff.
That speaks volumes about the efficiency gain.
Yeah.
Just absorbing more work.
It really does. And they also manage their team really strategically through planned attrition, people leaving or retiring naturally, and also retraining.
Upskilling them?
Exactly, upskilling. They went from those 9 people focused mainly on abstraction down to just 3.
From 9 to 3. So what happened to the others?
They were reassigned, moved into roles with more advanced responsibilities, basically getting them to work at the top of their license, using their skills more effectively.
That's a great outcome for the staff, too. And the backlog, that initial problem.
Gone, completely eradicated.
Nice. And data quality, because speed is one thing, but accuracy.
That went up, too. They achieved an inter-rater reliability rate that's basically how consistent the data is between different reviewers of 98 to 99%.
That's incredibly high. Really reliable data, then.
Very reliable. Again, it highlights that AI-human partnership strength. Plus, they're getting completed cases abstracted and submitted within just 7 days now. Super fast turnaround.
7 days. That's impressive. You mentioned a quote.
Yeah, the executive director of cardiovascular services at the AMC said something that really sums it up. I don't even think about Carta Healthcare. It just runs.
Huh. That's the dream for any tech implementation, isn't it?
Mhm.
Just seamless integration. It works without you constantly having to manage it.
Exactly, it just runs. So if we boil it down, the key takeaway is how this AMC used a strategic partnership and this AI plus human approach to crush some major operational hurdles.
Right. Lower costs, way more efficiency, handling more registries, no backlog, and top-notch data quality.
That's the summary.
The real aha moment for me here is seeing very clearly how smartly adopting technology, specifically AI, working with human experts, not replacing them, can genuinely transform these really complex healthcare processes.
Yeah, and it frees up people and resources for better things, ultimately helping patient care.
Which leads to a final thought, maybe for you listening.
We've seen this AI-human team up work wonders for data management in this specific healthcare niche, cardiac registries, but where else could this model make a difference?
Good question.
Think about other industries drowning in data.
Yeah.
Where could similar partnerships unlock these kinds of gains in efficiency and accuracy and free up those skilled people to focus on, well, the bigger picture, more strategic work, something to chew on?